The first time I brought them to Disney, I thought they were going to go for, the big superheroes. They were looking at princesses. And they all wanted to be, Minnie Mouse. And then I said, but what about Mickey? And then I'm saying to myself, you know what? It's okay. You know why it's okay? Because they're talking, they're finding themselves.
This might be a little worried or concerned seeing their child put on their heels or put on their nails.
I'm not here Celine Dion singer who's got 3 kids, who's going to tell the world right now, you should do it this way, you should not do that, this is wrong. Listen, I'm not doing that. Let them tell you what they feel like.
Nwo has been around for years. Its founders created the fashion line out of necessity when they couldn't find clothing for their own kids.
Fashion has the power to shape people's minds. We're at Nwo trying to shape the future of all human beings by saying, find your own individuality.
We bring a new order as a concept
into the world.
You know what? You don't know what they're going to become later. And you don't want for them to have psychologiquement a problem of growth and say, I'm supposed to be like that, I'm supposed to say that, I'm supposed to dress like this because I'm a guy, I'm a boy, I'm supposed to do. No, you don't know. Let people be who they are as quick and as soon as possible.
Hey guys, it's KJ from the Scariest Movie Ever channel on YouTube. And there's something really weird happening with Celine Dion. Many times it's my subscribers that send me some really great ideas for videos, and this is one of those cases. Several of you sent me links to this story yesterday about Celine Dion creating a new clothing line for children. Most of your bigger celebrities, so-called A-list celebrities, have completely and totally sold out to the beast system. We'll also know them by their signs, by their symbols. The language of symbols is a completely different language, and we see the language of symbols really manifest, especially in the entertainment industry, in movies, television, even commercials. Typically, a lot of the symbolism these people will utilize, so-called stars or celebrities or idols, is satanic in nature. This right here is just one example I wanted to show you here real quick from Celine Dion. And this is the actual cover of a Vegas concert she did, something people can actually order online. And as you can see, she's flashing the devil horns there. Now that's no mistake. I know it may be hard to believe for some people, but I'm going to show you some things here on Celine Dion, specifically about this clothing line for children she just launched, where the symbols there are absolutely undeniable. So just a few days ago, Celine Dion took to social media to talk about launching her new line of clothing for children. It's called Celine Nwo. There's 4 Nunus there. N-U. We'll take a look at the spelling here in a second. But along with that came this really weird advertisement, a very strange video that she put up on a website for the clothing line. In the video, she enters a hospital room where there's babies being held. All the infants are dressed in either blue or pink clothing, which of course are colors used to reflect the gender of the children. And throughout the video, Celine Dion's narrating, and this is where she starts to explain why it's time for us to begin a shift towards allowing children to dress in the clothing that doesn't confine gender. And of course we're talking about infants here, and little ones. She says, our children, they're not really our children, as we are all links on the never-ending chain that is life. For us, they are everything, but in reality, we are only a fraction of their universe. The video then has Celine Dion blowing some magical dust, which changes the babies. So after she blows the magic dust, you can see the colors disappear, and then we're looking at more of a gender-neutral kind of a piece. And all of these are actual pieces from her upcoming line of clothing. So this right here is actually recorded from the site, and you can see the spelling right there of the clothing line. Celine Nwo. I'm guessing that's how that's pronounced. But let's take a look at the clothing from Celine Dion. Let's take a look at the clothing for the children. So on this website, like most websites, there's different links at the top, and of course there's a link that says shop. So I clicked on shop, and now we're in a section called babies. Wait till you see what they have babies wearing. This right here is literally from the website. Look at this. I'll pull it up a little bit here, but skulls for the babies. Death cult culture for the babies. Does that seem appropriate? Well, don't worry, we're just getting started. And they actually call this skull playsuit. Seriously? Now here's another one, and they actually have a New Order onesie. New World Order, right? New World Order onesie. This is all beast system stuff here. Look at this. And they're not even trying to hide it. I mean, they're putting it right out there in the open. New Order. New World Order. This is a big deal. You know, this stuff is really manifesting, and it's becoming so obvious. You know, I've been saying this for years. The veil is lifting. And this stuff is manifesting a lot quicker now. I mean, this is right here, right in front of your eyes. So these children here are a little bit older, but as you can see, we still have the skull, right? Still got the skulls. The skulls for the kid. This is death cult. Death cult culture. You probably see this in other stores too. I have, where you'll see these shirts they're selling out there for like 30, 40 bucks a pop, filled with demons and skulls and graveyards, right? And all this death. It's death culture. You gotta love this. Like I said, they're really putting it right in front of our face. I know not everyone has the eyes to see this, but those of you who do, like I said, there's more. It's just some more examples here. But, you know, a lot of this is very common, so-called Illuminati type symbolism or beast system symbolism. Now you have the duality. They call this the half and half coat. It's the half and half coat. It's like the checkerboard floors, right? Like the Masonic floors. Duality. The half and half. Also, that's the system we're in, the twin system. The half and half. The dark half and the light half. And of course, we have the pyramid, right? So we got New Order, got the New World Order. We got the pyramid. Have the duality as well, the black and the white, right? Checkerboard floors, back to the Masons. New Order, skulls, the death cult. What else? Is there anything else? Is there any symbol we're missing right now? Any symbol out of the most common ones that we see manifesting more and more all around us in this beast system? I'm sure there's one. I know what it is. Let's go ahead and take a look. Did you guess right? There you go. It's the Baphomet. So of course we have the Baphomets as well. The upside down stars, right? So we have the Baphomet because this is a Baphomet system that also connects back to the idea of the transgenders. This gender fluidity. This is all satanic. It's this. This is the same energy. This is exactly what we're looking at. This is what's manifesting. It's a Baphomet system. Again, we see the children here with the transgender goat god, or the representation of the devil here, the Baphomet.
Right? And that's what this is all about. This is all about Baphomet worship. This is about the goat that they worship, which is a trans goat. It has breasts and a penis. Now, you'll see on the statue that the Satanists roll out that they actually have a male chest on it. But the real photo of the Baphomet is about balance. It's man and woman. That's what they claim, the duality, right? The same stuff the Freemasons were taught. The Knights Templar worship the Baphomet. This is satanic worship, is what it is. And you hear Celine Dion saying, let the kids tell you. Because Aleister Crowley's mindset and the mindset of all Satanists is do what thou wilt. That everybody should be able to do what they want and be empowered. That's why you hear them using trigger words like individuality, self-empowered. That's why all the TV commercials and all the celebrities are constantly talking about self-empowerment. This is all from the bottom, from Freemasonry, all the way to the top in all of these secret societies. It's the same stuff that they're pushing. And you heard them. They said out of their own mouths, New Order, New Order. And that New Order is a New World Order, which is a society that is completely living under this umbrella of do what thou wilt. And that all goes back to Aleister Crowley. Okay, so let's go through some of this stuff real quick that I saw on the Instagram account. I mean, you're going to laugh. It's so ridiculous. Some of the things going on. Where should we start? Let's start with, obviously, you get the 33, right? They have a shirt with the number 3, and then they constantly have these children posing next to each other to make the number 33. That must be a coincidence, right? We all know 33 is their symbolic number. 33rd degree Freemason, then they elevate to different degrees in different secret societies where they learn this knowledge about Lucifer being God, and you know, these are the controllers. These are the people who get CEO jobs, these executives, right? They practice black magic and sorcery, all the things that God forbids. All right? So you see the 33 on the knees. What else do you see? You see a 3 and a 6, right? So you get your 666 as well. And this is just me throwing that out there real quick because it gets deeper. It gets more ridiculous as you look through the photos. And I mean, I was going through it. I couldn't even believe how much crap I saw. You know, pictures of kids with fake tattoos on them, you know, sexualized. I mean, that's what that is, right? You know, toddlers with tattoos, even though, you know, remember, I've talked about it a million times, and this isn't to offend anyone who has a tattoo, but a tattoo is part of a bloodletting ritual. That's why they push tattoos so much. Right? You're not supposed to cut your flesh and do that sort of thing. I'm not saying if you have a tattoo, you're going to hell. I'm not saying that. Salvation's through Christ. But these are things that are in the Bible. That's why they push, you know, tattoos, because it's part of a bloodletting ritual. And they have all these children with tattoos. It's just disturbing on the site. But now we get, I guess this is just a fashion trend for all children, right? Is eyeballs, because every kid loves eyeballs, right? I mean, when you think gender equality, right? And they're saying, oh, it was such a struggle to find clothes to put on my kid. How about you just put a plain white shirt or a plain blue shirt, right? An undershirt. There's no markings. There's pretty plain, right? No brand. I mean, that sounds okay, right? There's plenty of clothes they sell that don't have brand names on it. Oh, but that's not gender neutral, but an eyeball is, because that nothing screams gender equality like the all-seeing eye. I guess all of these babies and all these fashion designers and everybody just loves eyeballs, right? I mean, how many of these famous celebrities wanted to be optometrists? That we constantly have to see them holding their fingers over their eyes, holding the 666 over their eyes, wearing clothes with eyeballs. I mean, you're seeing the repetition. I'm showing it to you every day on this channel. Must be a coincidence, right? But I mean, I guess this is a coincidence too, right? Oh, it's the goat head. It's the Baph. More of the Baphomet, right? We haven't seen enough of the Baph. I mean, if anybody recalls, I did axe a Baphomet statue once. Maybe I'll have to do it again. But I mean, they're not telling you anything here. They have pictures of kids with horns coming out of their heads. Kids wearing masks with black and white coloring, right? We know the masks are another thing with all these elitist parties you've seen in Eyes Wide Shut and things like that. Just because they perform these rituals, if you ever even seen the show True Detective, they perform these rituals, they wear masks. I mean, that's how, you know, these rituals are done. They don't know who's, you know, you could get away with stuff, right? Oh, everyone's got a mask. You don't know who is who, right? It also represents the dual identity because these people live dual lives. And they have the kids wearing the masks, right? And they're just constantly sexualizing the children that they're trying to market to, right? You get a creepy picture of a girl holding up a skull over her eye, doing the all-seeing eye. So, I mean, this is all normal, right? Kids doing devil horns with skulls, representing skull and bones on their shirts. Kids wearing 3 6s on their knees. I mean, this is, you know, this is ridiculous stuff, right? I mean, the 33 right in front of your face with the all-seeing eyes and the pants, and you know, people, and the, you know, the black and white duality on top of it all. You get it all. This is one of the most outlandish things I've ever seen as far as being blatantly obvious, blatantly in our faces. And I know people will say, oh, you know, come on, they're just playing a rib on you. I mean, really? You know, from the kids wearing the pentagrams to the ritual circles to the pyramids. I mean, this is some type of, oh, Celine Dion just had to get on board with these, I can't even say, you know, I have to restrict what I say here, but getting on board with these two people and, you know, going with this line, because this is just so creative and artistic, right? I mean, I've never seen anyone wear a star on their shirt. I've never seen eyeballs before. It's only everywhere, right? But this is an original clothing. You know what I mean? Like, it's so different. I mean, it's the same stuff you're seeing there. And they don't care. They don't care because they know that people aren't going to care. They're showing kids holding up the LGBT flags. You know, these are the things that they're posting on their Instagram and selling. Sick stuff, right? You know, we need to get the message out. I mean, if people aren't going to wake up when they see this stuff, I don't know what it's going to take. I get sometimes people who are fans of musicians, they don't want to believe that their favorite musician's involved, and it's hard for them in the beginning of their awakening process. I understand too that people still are convinced that music videos are supposed to be artistic, and you know, they don't want to see the repetition. Can somebody tell me how in the world seeing something like this with the shirts that say New Order, the fact that they're pushing 2-year-old kids to have no gender until they decide? I mean, It's insanity. They even say in the interview in the beginning, it's mental. Exactly, it's mental. They're the ones putting the mind control on the children, and it should be considered child abuse. So you see all these pictures that are on their account. I just wanted to show everybody real quick in a separate video, because it just boggled my mind. And I don't really get my mind boggled too often, but it made me sick to my stomach. Just, all these kids who were affected. I mean, these are probably children of celebrities. You see these other celebrities pushing it on their children, wearing these clothes. I mean, it's sad because these children don't know any better. And then you get these dumb parents out there who might have seen the movie Titanic and heard a song by Celine Dion and said, oh, I love Celine Dion. Oh, yeah, she's right. Oh, and then somebody like A Call for an Uprising is hateful and he's not speaking love, right? Because the Antichrist is coming in the name of love and tolerance for all and accepting of all. And it's just getting scary at how much people are willing to accept at this point. So pray for the children out there. Thank you for listening to today's show. God bless all of you and your families.